Ohayo konnichiwa konbanwa minasan. That's anime talk for what's good, folks. It's KnightmareFrame here with a new Warframe build video. She's strong, she's sexy, she godlike. I mean, come on, we're talking about Saryn after all. I'm here bringing you a damn powerful build. My queen, Saryn Sama. That's right, the true queen of Warframe right here. Gara may be my waifu, but Saryn is my queen. I mean, just saying that name gives you chills. Saryn. Ooh. Saryn. Ooh. Saryn. Ooh. Ah, crap. I need to change my pants. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Sorry about that, folks. She just has this effect on people, or is it just me?
I'm pretty sure it's just you, bruv.
Right. Saryn sits at the top above all as the best DPS frame. I know some of you might argue that Octavia is better, but nah. But let's not stir up some heat from them Octavia fans out there. But don't get me wrong, she's good, but she ain't Saryn. Case closed. Moving on, if built in a certain way, Saryn does not have to rely on any other frame to sustain or help her ramp up damage. All her abilities synergize very well with one another. She can have multiple builds for different game modes. Got yourself Spore builds, Miasma nuke builds, melee builds, Elite Sanctuary Onslaught group builds, hybrid, etc. But what if I bring you a build that does it all, and she's practically unkillable in the process? It might have this mod right here, but that's not the reason for making her unkillable. It all comes down to her abilities, playstyle, and weapons. Let's get down to her abilities and how to amplify them and execute them like a pro. Saryn. We start off with Spores, her first ability. The scaling damage ability. Casting spores on enemies will give them corrosive procs. Great for stripping armor. And guess what? It's permanent. Duration does not affect it at all until the target dies. Gotta have power strength at 200% or over to get that sweet 100% status chance from her spores. You can spread the spores by popping them with any weapon. I'm sure some of you have seen Saryn's running around with Ignis Wraith like a deranged lunatic, right? Right? Yeah? I see you. I see you. Yeah, that's you right there. That's you. Because the weapon is quite efficient at popping and spreading spores. If that's your thing, being a sadistic play queen, that you are, do try out the Ignis Wraith and Phantasma, two absolute beastly primary weapons for Saryn. But you see, I'm not about that with this build because I prefer my melee, but we'll get to that. Her second ability, Molt, Saryn's get out of jail free card. It boosts her movement speed for a short duration and acts as a decoy, diverting enemy fire towards it. It has its own health, but once it dies from its duration running out or taking a lot of hits, it will explode and deal toxin damage. Her third ability, Toxic Lash. Oh, I just felt that. This ability is an even bigger DPS increase to Saryn, giving all her weapons a good chunk of toxin damage, and it's doubled with melee. This also helps with spreading spores. It doubles the block percentage of melee weapons, but caps at 90%. Miasma, the Contagion Cloud of Doom, and Saryn's fourth ability. She pollutes the air, dealing viral damage to enemies and quadruple the damage to enemies affected by spores. And this causes the spores to spread even further. Always reminds me of that line Ballas says, "Cure the sick horde with the greatest of plagues. I will call her Saryn." Damn, chills down your spines already. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the build section. Boom. I know. Shush. We're starting to see a trend here, but let's be real, y'all. Umbra mods just changed the game and how we build certain frames, making squishy frames into tanky beasts. Until the rumored Umbral Forma becomes a thing, this is how I'm going to build her. You'll notice that I do not have regenerative Molt on this Saryn, because she's already so tanky with the amount of status she spreads, allowing her to heal from healing return. The only downside is that I do not have space to fit Cunning Drift, so we're stuck at 235% range. This is actually pretty good as it is, don't get me wrong. And yes, I do not have any duration mods, because Saryn's base duration is pretty damn good for all her abilities. But the thing is, the mods aren't the thing that make her hard to kill. It all comes down to her melee weapon. And if things get hairy, we got Operator Arcanes. That's why I use Magus Elevate and Repair. Why not double of each? Well, because Elevate is a bitch to craft, and it'll be a while till I get the second Magus Repair, so I'm stuck with this, y'all. Now, if you do not want to go all out like I did, I will show you my second Saryn and her builds. Here we go. Less tanky, but versatile. And the last one is good if you have an organized Elite Sanctuary Onslaught group. Alright, onto my fave melee that I wish I had a Riven for. The Gromki Layuda, aka Plague Kripath. I've modded it with gas here because Saryn strips so much armor, and it was kind of redundant to run Corrosive. And since we got Condition Overload, we get a lot of damage. And let's not forget Butt Stallion. Here, Butt Stallion. Oh, that's Butt Stallion, everyone. He also helps with healing. Well, this is my tank Saryn, everybody. This is the build that I enjoy the most out of all my Saryn builds. A great build for going into Elite Sanctuary Onslaught solo and other forms of endurance runs. Hey, you can also check out my new Instagram and also got a Twitter page. Hit that follow and get updates and random clips from when I'm not uploading. Also join the Discord and hang with crazy people. Links will be in the description. Alright folks, that's been it from me, and if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, a share, and subscribe, and as always, peace.